What's going on, everyone? So there's a lot of expectations for Dalton Knecht this upcoming season, right? He is looked at as a ready-now prospect, somebody that can come right in, plug and play, right? Probably going to be filling that role of the Taurean Prince. I actually think that Dalton Knecht is more versatile than Taurean Prince. Like, Taurean Prince is primarily just three-point shooting or putting the ball in the deck, getting to the basket, right? But there are a lot of things about Taurean Prince that you can't replicate, right? His experience, his consistency, right? He was one of the few guys that really showed up for us, particularly in that Denver series, right? Because he's kind of been there. He's done that, right? He's hit big shots and big moments and stuff, right? So he was comfortable. Is Dalton Knecht going to be comfortable, right? And how much are we going to be relying on him? How much is he going to play? How much role and opportunity? I mean, there's even talks about him potentially winning Rookie of the Year. And again, I'm not going to put a cap on what he could potentially do this season. But, realistically, I don't think he's going to get the minutes and opportunity and role. Although, Jared Vanderbilt, his injury, maybe that shakes things up and changes things. We'll see, right? A trade could change things, shake things up. But one of the beauties of Dalton Knecht is his potential and versatility, right? Obviously, he can slot in and play the three. I actually like him as a bigger two, right? Because he's 6'7" in size, right? And I do think he has the foot speed, the athleticism, the explosiveness to kind of defend and play the two, right? So I like the idea of him at the two. Also, I think with his size and his length and his athleticism and everything, I think he could actually be at least serviceable defensively. I don't think he'll be necessarily a lockdown, just absolute clamps defensive guy, but I do think he'll be, potentially at least good enough, right? Now, again, I don't want to put a cap on him. Who knows? Maybe he really buys in and focuses on the defensive side and is very good defensively. Time will tell. Again, he's a rookie, looked great in Summer League. His versatility, his ability to shoot the three, his ability to shoot as a movement shooter, off the dribble, pull up, all of it, right? Particularly that mid-range. Where I think Dalton Knecht is really going to thrive is that mid-range. Because, especially come playoff time, the three-point shot and the interior are so heavily focused. Teams want to protect the paint, and they want to close hard on the three. It's why you see a lot of guys that are really good at the mid-range have success. It's why you see teams that usually advance far, usually have multiple guys that can hit the mid-range shot. Right? Look at Dallas. Kyrie. Luka, right? Both these guys can hit the mid-range. PJ Washington, right? These guys can hit the mid-range. You look at Boston. Basically, all five of their starters, including Al Horford, so six of their guys can hit the mid-range, right? So Dalton Knecht and his ability to hit the mid-range. Taurean Prince was not very good at just stop, pulling up, knocking down the mid-range, right? He tried at times, but he just wasn't very good. He was mostly just three, put the ball in the deck, get to the basket. Just fine, right? Again, he was very serviceable for us. But one of the things that I want to kind of talk about and explore is the potential of Dalton Knecht evolving into a playmaker. Now, I really was impressed by his playmaking ability in Summer League. I knew he could score. I knew he had good athleticism. He's one of the most athletic guys in the combine, right? Like, he has all the tools to be a very good, very talented, very skilled basketball player, right? And you saw everything you could want to see in Summer League. But I was very impressed with him making plays. And I'm not just talking about being a swing man, right? Most guys in the NBA can be a swing man. I'm not talking about just kind of the hockey assist. I'm talking about like actual playmaking, right? Now, I'm not ready to say he's a playmaker yet. Not ready to call him, hey man, trade D'Lo, Dalton Knecht. He's your, not yet. This is more for the future type of things, right? I think right now he's your 2, your 3 off-ball movement shooter. It's fine, but I really do think he showed some signs to be able to be one of your primary playmakers. Again, signs is the key. I'm not saying strap him in, trade Gabe Vincent, Dalton Knecht. Slot him at the point. I actually like him better than Austin Reeves. The Lakers want to move Austin Reeves to the point. right? They tried it last year. There's a conversation about potentially doing it this year. At some point, Max Christie is going to probably emerge if he becomes the guy that we hope he becomes. Probably going to have to end up emerging to be your 2. So it's like, okay, well then, what do you do with Austin Reeves? Probably slide him over to the point. I like Dalton Knecht better at the point, even right now, than Austin Reeves. Because Dalton Knecht has just better speed, better athleticism, right? Like, I just think he's better suited. He's also bigger, right? He's more explosive. So, and the vision and the playmaking. Austin Reeves really struggles with ball pressure, bringing the ball up the court. It's one thing, it's in the half court when he can operate in the half court, but basically 94 feet when he's bringing the ball up, somebody's pressuring him. He's had his difficulties. He's really kind of had his challenges. Also, he gets tunnel vision a lot, right? And he's good at the basics, like pick and roll action, stuff like that. Very good in that regard. But actually developing things and creating things, not his suit yet. Now, can he get there? Sure, right? Again, can he build better handles and be able to handle ball pressure better? Sure, right? Put on some muscle, kind of, get more comfortable in space, learn how to use various crossovers to kind of create that gap and be able to go and shift side to side. Like, there's ways to kind of get him where you need to get him. But Dalton Knecht, you saw in Summer League, and again, I want to preference this, it was Summer League, right? Summer League and actual NBA are two very different things, but it's a great sign that in Summer League, you saw him actually make plays and develop them, right? Like, I talk about it all the time. Austin Reeves can make plays. He's not a playmaker, right? I've said it about several players. D'Angelo Russell is a playmaker. He makes plays. He has and creates things and has things develop and sees things developing while they're happening, right? You'll see D'Lo, and he's surveying, he's getting in the teeth of the defense, keeping his head on a swivel. Boom, he sees, this guy's getting ready to come over, right? And you'll see him just kind of throw the ball in this area because he knows his guy's about to come. Like, he's creating things and making things happen before they actually happen. He's seeing things break down. He's taking what the defense gives him. Austin Reeves is kind of just like, get into the teeth of the defense and then rise up or kick it out to the open shooter or be the swing man or whatever. Dalton Knecht in the regular season or in the Summer League showed you that array. He showed you the look-ahead pass. He showed you his ability to basically create for himself, and in the midst of creating for himself, cutters come in, boom, here you go, boom, beautiful pass. Or, a lot like defense is starting to, and he's taking what the defense gives him and then creating something. And I like that versatility. But the biggest thing is this offseason has been working with Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. It's huge, right? I mean, you're talking about one of the greatest, or two of the greatest point guards ever, but pure point guard in Chris Paul ever, right? Like, talking about point god, like, say what you want about Chris Paul. He is one of the greatest, just pure point guards ever, right? And his basketball mind, his IQ, all of it. I mean, the Spurs just signed Chris Paul just solely for development. And, I mean, look at what he's done to guys like SGA. Like, SGA to this day still credits Chris Paul for the player that he's become. Still hangs out with Chris Paul, that stuff. Russell Westbrook. I understand Laker fans don't have the best feelings towards Russell Westbrook. There's no denying he was a monster. He's not the guy he once was, but he was a monster. I mean, he is a top 75 player all time. Again, one of the greatest point guards ever. I mean, the dude was just Mr. Triple-Double, Mr. Everything, right? I mean, carrying teams that had no business in the playoffs to the playoffs, all of that, right? But he's also getting two very different perspectives. He's getting the explosive, beat guys off the dribble type point guard, and he's getting the crafty, playmaking, allowing things to develop type point guard. One, I love working on with different players that play different positions and skill sets, right? It's one thing if he's working with, Kyle Korver or something like that, or Klay Thompson, right? To use the guy that's currently in right? Like, yeah, he's going to be playing more of that type of role, right? But don't you want to expand your game? Don't you want to have multiple facets to your game, right? Like, What do you provide when your team, when you're not scoring? Shots not falling. What do you provide? Right? Like Taurean Prince, for example. When his shot wasn't falling, he was unplayable. Austin Reeves last year, at times, was literally unplayable. Right? Like, what are you doing when things aren't going well? Now, if all of a sudden you can be the primary playmaker and you can, start setting up other guys, hey, my shot isn't falling, but I can go get you 10 assists. I can lock down defensively. Right? I can, hey, my shot isn't falling. Just blow by guys and get to the basket. Right? Get to the foul line. Generate offense that way. Right? Like, I don't hate the idea of molding from what we saw in Summer League. And him working with Chris Paul. Working with Russell Westbrook. If he can kind of start taking some stuff from those guys, I don't hate the idea of him kind of being molded into that point guard role. That playmaker role. No, I'm not saying he has to necessarily be your starter. Right? Like, maybe you are starting him at the 3. Right? Let's say 3 years from now. Right? Whatever. LeBron, AD, they've gone. Next wave of guys, Dalton Knecht, these guys, right? Max Christie, Austin Reeves, right? Maybe those are like your 3. That's fine, right? Reeves, Christie, Dalton Knecht. But, like, if Reeves goes to the bench and you can just slide Knecht to the point and he can just kind of keep things flowing, get things going where you need them to go, not a bad spot to be in. I don't know. I really like the idea of Dalton Knecht as a point guard. I think he just has good explosiveness, good size, good athleticism, excellent shot creation for himself. And if he can just develop that real vision as a playmaker, I think he can go a long way. And I mean, look, if you look at most of the point guards in today's league, they're more 2s than they are points, like traditional points, right? Most of them aren't great playmakers. They can make plays, but most of them are just, they're scoring guards, right? So you may, like, if Dalton Knecht can at least be that, if he can be a guy that go get you 7, 8 assists a game, right? Like, I don't hate the idea of that size, that athleticism, that versatility. I don't hate it. I like it better than Austin Reeves, personally. I'm not saying, like, the trade Reeves, get rid of Reeves. No, I'm saying, like, you could slot him. You could still keep him at the 2 or whatever, right? Like, whatever, however you want to shape it. But I just think, like, if I had to choose between turning Dalton Knecht into a point guard or Austin Reeves into a point guard, for me, it'd be Dalton Knecht. I think he has better tools and skill sets, better athleticism, especially needed for the point guard position. I just see Austin Reeves playing the point guard and just getting blown by every possession. I mean, think of the Western Conference point guards. Like, I mean, you have the worst matchup every night. Like, literally. With Dalton Knecht, because of his size, his length, his foot speed, his quickness, right? Like, I do think, I mean, even in Summer League, a lot of questions about Summer League. A lot of questions about his defense, right? He struggled at times defensively. But he was so quick and was able to recover to at least cut off, right? At least funnel guys, right? Like, at least recover. That's good sign, right? If he can kind of hone in and learn kind of spacing and, understanding from a defensive NBA level, they can go a long way. I really do. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Dalton Knecht as the point guard? Future point guard? Again, I'm not talking about this year or even necessarily next year or anything like that. I'm talking about a couple of years from now, right? Develop him, grow him. Now he's 26, 27, and it's like he's ready. Let him play the role. Do you like that? Do you not? How do you feel? What your thoughts are? Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.